I woke up 62 and a half, so I'm about, woke up 62 and a half. I had a great breakfast with Coach Kenny Monday. Full breakfast, not, still feeding myself good. So I'm energized, ready to go.
You excited to fight? It's been a while.
Huh?
You excited to fight? It's been a while.
Yeah, man, yeah. Everybody's saying, oh, I can't wait for your fight. Nobody was more excited for me to fight than me. Nobody. I'm excited, man. It's been a while. Had a good long rest. Like I was telling the press earlier, it just feels like a good sleep, and you wake up and you're rejuvenated and you're ready to go. So.
You missed that violence in the cage you were talking about earlier?
No, I don't, because I've been engaging in that every week for the last 4 months. So I'm one of them guys that I don't try to train. I don't try to train much different than I fight. I try to get it as realistic as possible to that 100%. So I fight a lot of the way I train. So there's no surprises for me in the cage.
Talk about the move to Florida. Has that helped you? Are you glad you did it?
Yeah, the move to Florida, it was a necessity. I want to be number one in the world. I want to be known as the best lightweight in the world, and I feel like that would put me in the best position and in the best scenario possible to align with them goals. I'm around a team of phenomenal athletes, phenomenal coaches, great facility, and a great area. So I just want to do things that align with my goals, and that was one of them. And now that I got it out of the way, I can start working hard and searching, getting to that number one spot.
Has Michael Chandler been a good champion for Bellator?
Mike's been a phenomenal champion, great spokesman, a great mentor. The guy, he does things the right way, and he's one of them. He's one of the athletes that, you listen to him and you watch him and you just smile and you say that's a good face for the sport of MMA. There's a lot. There is guys out there who do everything the wrong way, and people want to emulate that. They think that's what you need to do in order to be a champion. But Mike, as much as I want to beat him up, as much as I want to, I want everything he has right now. I want his belt. I want his heart. I want everything. I can't lie. The guy's been a great champion, a great spokesman for Bellator.
What's going to be different about this time around versus the last time? Given the fact that you've been away a year and you've had other things that you've had to focus on, what's going to be different?
Everything's going to be different. Everything. The first time I fought Mike Chandler, I needed money. I was thinking about money way too much. I was thinking about the end of my contract. My focus was way off. Not only was it way off, I didn't believe in the people that were guiding me. So I felt like all my decisions in the fight were on me, and it became overwhelming. I didn't know if I was ready to take on the role as my own head trainer. I wasn't ready for that, and it bugged me out going into the fight. I just feel like I needed better guidance. I needed more leadership. It felt like at the time I was running my own ship, and I wasn't strong enough to be able to make them decisions mentally. I didn't think that I should be the last guy to go to when it comes to a certain game plan. So it was important for me to get better guidance, better coaches behind me to show me the way, and to get a consistent team every single day working on things and being able to go after the best guys in the world and seeing if things work or don't work. And that's why I moved to Florida. It's it's been mind blowing, and I'm completely different. I'm a changed man, and you guys will see it. I don't need to say it any longer. I don't need to keep beating your ears about it or trying to sell it to you guys. You'll see it in 2 days.
Do you consider yourself your own head trainer now?
No. I was talking about the past.
Yeah.
I was talking about the past when I was in Philadelphia. I had too much responsibility to do whatever I wanted. I didn't have a coach saying, be here, be there, do this, do that. I was given way too much freedom for a fighter, where I should have had leadership. I should have had a guy putting a game plan together, watching film, doing things that, the elite guys at the top of this game do. I didn't have any of that. You know, I was just sort of my own head trainer, my own captain of my ship, and the pressure became too much for me, and it showed in my performance.
Why were you thinking about so much about money and contract?
Because I was broke. Why does anybody else think about money? People who are rich don't think about money. I was broke, and it was the first time in my career where I was fighting with thinking about, if I don't win, what will happen next? So I concentrated way too much on the win, and it showed poorly, and I'm over that point in my life.
What did you do to make ends meet in the interim?
When I had time off,
Yeah.
You guys seen it. You guys seen it in the media. I sold an investment property. I made enough money off selling that investment property to keep me afloat for the last year or so. Thank God it did that, or else I'd have been shit out of luck. So I was able to get that done, and I was able to just concentrate on getting to Florida and getting down to the Black Zillions and training with the best team and coaches in the country.
Did it take a while after the contract situation got settled? Did it take a while to kind of put it out of your mind mentally, or how did that come around?
No, before it was settled, it was out of my mind. As soon as I moved to Florida, the contract situation to me was over with, because it was really just up to me to say, I'm willing to settle. That I was willing to settle for what they were willing to give me. So the truth is, when I got to Florida, I wanted to train to be a world champion again, and I was willing to take whatever they were going to give me, because I wanted to fight again. So that's what I did.
When did you think when Tito got hurt and the pay-per-view was canceled? Did it affect you in any way, or you just
What did I think?
Yeah.
I told you so. That's what I thought. You can ask everybody at Bellator. I told them, I told you so. That's what I thought in my own head. I told them all. I said, me and Mike are going to be main event. As soon as they said that we're co-main event to Tito and Rampage, I told them we will be main event. I guaranteed them that.
Why?
Because I knew in my head that Tito or Rampage, one of them would not make it through their training camp. They're guys who they've been in the sport so long. I've been in the sport long, and I have dings and I have injuries, and I'm lucky to make it through a training camp. Tito's been plagued with injuries, and it didn't take a genius to see that one coming. I told the heads of Bellator that was going to happen. They told me.
Change your money at all?
What?
Not being pay-per-view?
I'm not talking anything about money. I'm here to fight. I didn't say nothing about contracts, money, none of that. Call my manager. You want to talk about that? I'm feeling good right now. Don't make me feel bad.
The fight last time was obviously a competitive fight.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're talking about everything being different and everything, but it's not like you weren't in the fight, right?
That's what that's what I get about the press. You guys, put me as this underdog.
The odds makers.
Yeah, the odds makers. I see fans. I'm 30% to win. I'm like, maybe they just don't get it. Maybe they're not buying my excuses. I'm trying to give you guys as many excuses as possible why I lost. You just ain't buying them. You're just thinking I lost for no reason. But no. It's not really, you guys ain't believing me, so I got to show you, that's all.
When Bjorn has called your first fight with Michael the best fight he's ever seen, and it's well remembered as a great fight, do you consider it a compliment simply to be a part of that fight, or do you just look at it as a loss?
No. It takes two people to put a fight on like that, I've done it a couple times in my career where I've had fight of the year. It's not what you aspire to. You don't want to be in a fight of the year. It takes years off your life. But it's why fans tune in. It's why people gravitate toward your fights. It's why people want to watch you fight. So it's important to get into them, but it's also important to try not to get into them, But, when you're in them, it's enjoyable, It's why a lot of fighters fight, to feel that feeling, to deal with that adversity, and to feel the energy of the fans. It's something special. But again, something special that you don't want to experience too many times in your career.
Is this your mentality training for this rematch? Was it any different or the same as when you trained for the rematch with Aoki?
It's a lot like the Aoki one, I'm more focused, way more focused on my training, and making sure that my training was congruent with the way I'm going to fight, not giving myself a false sense of confidence, you know, where my training didn't prepare me properly for the fight situation. So it was like Aoki, very focused, very goal-oriented each day, and making sure that every day I stepped in that room and on the mats with my training partners and my friends, that it was a fight, that we were gonna throw down and we were gonna get some work done.
You said that when you got to Florida, you made up your mind that you were going to settle. That's a pretty big reversal from the way you were feeling a couple months before that. What caused that reversal?
Because I was tired of fighting with them, and I seen that the legal battle, you guys seen it in the media, was going to take me all the way to, they say, it was going to take me to 2014, mid-2014. I'm not in the sport for that. I'm not in the sport to train. I want to fight eventually, and litigation and the courts, that's no way to go. You know, any fighter out there trying to fight a case in court, don't. You ain't gonna get nowhere. It ain't gonna get you nothing good's gonna come of it. So it's better to just talk man to man, settle your differences. Maybe I'm not happy. Maybe Bellator's not happy, but we get fights done and we give the fans fights that they want to see. So. That's our happy medium,
I mean, are you happy? You said that you would have settled with them regardless of what they offered back there in the mats. You said you would have settled regardless. Are you happy with the way things turned out?
Yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm fighting, I can sit and concentrate on the little, small details of, oh, they did this, they did that, or poor me, or poor this. But at the end of the day, man, I'm an athlete. I get to train for a living. I get to meet cool-ass people like Kenny Monday, Henry Hoof, George Santiago, train with my friends. My life is unbelievable. I have nothing to complain about. Nothing, So for me to sit here and say, oh, guys feel sorry for me, it's a joke, I have the best, I don't have to work a normal job. And, I live good, man. I live good.
How are things with you and Bjorn now?
They just aren't, I don't see him. He don't see me. Bjorn's Bjorn. He does his job. I do my job, The thing is, we don't need to like each other. Everybody's like, oh, are you friends with him? Or do you talk? We don't need to be friends. He don't need to like me. I don't need to like him. He needs to be a promoter, and I need to be the fighter, and that's all that matters.
Have you spoken at all to him since the settlement?
No. I don't care to either.
You said you're looking forward to him putting that belt on you Saturday night. Are you looking forward to fighting this guy twice? Because I'm pretty sure they'll put you in a third time when you meet him. That's gonna be a fun part of this whole Saturday. It's gonna be the icing on the cake.
A rubber match, or I'm sorry, the rematch.
3 fights.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
So it's 3 fights. I mean,
I don't know what the contract is. I stopped looking at it a long time ago. I told my manager, hey, give me a fight. He said, all right, you got to fight. I don't want to know the details.